Disclaimer, this video is a bit outdated, so if you want my up-to-date opinion, just go on Album of the Year, or I'll just put my updated ranking in my pinned comment. Finally, it's done. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go to sleep. Yo. Oh my god! So, a while ago, I did a mini binge, I guess, of Godspeed Your Black Emperor's albums. After listening to Lift Your Skinny Fist Like Antennas to Heaven, Yanqui U.X.O, I wanted to try more. I wanted to get a taste of the full Godspeed Your Black Emperor experience. And about like a month or so ago, I've completed every single Godspeed Your Black Emperor album. So in this video, I will be ranking all 7 of Godspeed Your Black Emperor's albums, including the EP. Yeah. Just a little introduction to the band for anyone who doesn't know. I mean, if you don't know, why'd you click on the video? They are a post-rock band originating in Montreal, Canada, that includes 9 people in it. The members of the band include Ephraim, the main guy, the mastermind behind Godspeed Your Black Emperor. He plays guitar. Mauro Pezzenti, one of the main founders of the group, alongside Mike Moya and Ephraim, and he's the bassist. Then we have Mike Moya, and he is also one of the founding members, and he also plays guitar, so that's cool. Then we have Thierry Amar, and he's the bassist. He plays both the bass guitar and the double bass. No way, bro's goated. And next we have David Bryant, who also plays guitar, so that's also cool. And then we have Aiden Gert, who plays the drums. Then we have Sophie Trudeau, who does violin. Then we have Timothy Herzog, who also plays drums. And last but not least, we have Carl Lemix, who does the film projections in the live shows. And Felipe Leonard too, so yeah. Well, that's the members of Godspeed Your Black Emperor currently. I mean, they had a lot of previous band members and they just kept switching and changing, so this is them currently, okay? Now we can finally start the ranking, thank God. Okay, at the last spot, I think I have to give it to Asunder Sweet and Other Distresses. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Well, to me, I think it feels a bit lacking, you know? Especially the drone songs in between the 2 really big epics. Lamb's Breath and Asunder Sweet don't offer much, and they're just long, drawn-out drone tracks with nothing but guitar screeching, and it's just lackluster. And even the really big epic songs bookending the album feel a bit I found enjoyment in Peasantry or Light Instead of Light, but Piss Crowns or Treblet, like just a bit, not really that mind-blowing to me. So I mean, it's good, but like it's a decent album in a almost 10 out of 10 band. So yeah, it's gonna stick out. To me, it's just kind of, it's decent, it's very noisy, and has that kind of post-metal sound, I guess. That's what some people have said. So yeah, my favorite song on here have to be Peasantry or Light Instead of Light, and the worst one has to be Lamb's Breath. Like, come on, that's actually ear cancer. Alright, here is my Album of the Year rating. You can go check out my full review on my Album of the Year page. Link in the description as usual. Alright, next one. It's really no surprise that Luciferian Towers is this low. I mean, it is one of their weakest albums, but I honestly don't get the hate. I think it's kind of overhated to me because I've enjoyed this a lot. Like, this was a pretty fun album to me. It's like an easier listening album compared to their other works. It's still weak, not as good as the rest, but it is pretty good for easier listening. It's a bit more toned down, and I don't know why they split the tracks, the final 2 tracks up into 3 parts, because I don't really like that, to be honest. But it's for easier listening, I guess. If you want to listen to one part specifically, then sure, go ahead. The drone tracks are kind of bland and forgettable, but I've honestly thought they were going to be worse. Like, people said they were the absolute dumpster fire of drone songs, but they were not that bad to me. They're just kind of okay. Yeah, here's my album of the year rating, and you can go check it out if you want. Yeah. Oh yeah, my favorite song on here has to be Boss's Hang, and the worst one is obviously Femme Femin and Undoing a Luciferian Towers. Alright, honorable mention has to go to Slow Right for New Zerø Kanada EP. I mean, I don't have much to say for this one, so this will be short. Apparently, it is one of the best EPs of all time, and I kind of see why. I don't have much to talk about it though. Here's my rating, and the best song, in my opinion, is Moya.
A dandelion! Must be the last one of the season!
Okay, I had to give the 5th spot to Godspeed at State's End. I mean, it's good. It is fantastic. It's a great album, but it is kind of repetitive. I don't know. When I first listened to it, I really enjoyed it. I liked the soundscapes of the ambience. It was really nice compared to something like Luciferian Towers or Asunder, Sweet and Other Distresses. But then after a bit, I just kind of forgot about it. It's kind of forgettable, so still good, but just kind of forgettable. Yeah, here's my rating. Favorite song might be Job's Lament. I forgot. Yeah, next one, let's go.
Bombs? You want it? It's yours, my friend.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna change it. Post-production, Zach will edit this because Yanqui U.X.O is going to 4th place now. Yanqui U.X.O is kind of a letdown. After Live Your Skinny Fist, they released it, and it's kind of a letdown, but it's still pretty good. It has its standout moments, and it has its golden songs, as with all albums, like Rockets Fall and Rocket Falls and Motherfucker Equals Redeemer as the best songs on the album. But the thing is, why it falls so flat is it doesn't have one very special thing, and that is Godspeed You Black Emperor's classic field recording samples. Why doesn't it have it? All Godspeed You Black Emperor albums have it, except the post-hiatus albums, but not including Allelujah. But still, out of all the, why does Yanqui U.X.O not have it? It's literally political commentary about war. It's even in the cover. It's rockets, missiles. They should have some political samples or something, but no, they don't. Other than that, I think Allelujah Don't Bend the Sand and F Sharp A Sharp Infinity have good use of the apocalypse theming, but this one kind of doesn't. It doesn't really feel as apocalyptic and world ending as Allelujah Don't Bend the Sand's melodic, or the entirety of F Sharp A Sharp Infinity. I mean, the start of Rockets Fall and Rocket Falls kind of feels like it, but then the thing is that it's very slow moving, which sucks. But the album's good. But in Godspeed Black Emperor standards, it's not as good, but still good. Yeah, here's my rating. My favorite song on here gotta be Rockets Fall and Rocket Falls. Okay, next one, top 2. Let's go. Almost done. Alright, top 4, we're nearing the end, let's go. And I have to give this spot to, you probably guessed from the title card of the 4th one, it's Allelujah Don't Bend a Sen, their comeback record. After having a break from music for like, I don't know, what was it, 10 years? They came back with this magnificent album. It basically does everything Asunder does, but even better. Kicking off the entire album with one of the most badass Godspeed of Black Emperor songs, Melodic. It's just this giant, slow-moving beast of a song that just captures what it's like to be in the apocalypse. Right off the bat, the title is named after, like, this guy. He did something bad, I think. And it's just this heavy, noisy, angry, badass, epic, with some Middle Eastern influences and one of the most awesome Godspeed of Black Emperor riffs. Like, come on, it is just up there. And then following that up with a dumb drone track, we don't talk about that because they don't really offer anything. And then after that is We Drift Like Word Fire, which is my personal favorite. I love We Drift Like Word Fire. Kind of an underrated track, to be honest, and it kind of reminisces of the classic Godspeed of Black Emperor sound, like something from Lift Your Skinny Fist maybe. Yeah, it is just incredible, and it ends off in another drone track, which is not a very satisfying ending, but We Drift Like Word Fire and Melodic make up for it, because those two are probably some of the best Godspeed of Black Emperor songs of all time. It's a simply incredible album. Here's my rating, and my favorite song, like what I said earlier, it's We Drift Like Word Fire. Like, come on, it is awesome. Okay, next one, we're nearing the end. It's no surprise F sharp A sharp infinity is this high. I mean, come on, it's incredible. Probably one of their best albums of all time, and it's their debut. And after that, they released Lift Your Skinny Fist, which is wild, like actually impressive. It has more of an apocalyptic, gloomy, dystopian kind of sound compared to Lift Your Skinny Fist, which is this triumphant, epic, cathartic piece. In this album, they utilize silence a lot to build up anticipation, unlike in Lift Your Skinny Fist, where the climaxes and crescendos are more present. This one kind of lacks it, but uses field recordings, spoken word, and samples to the best degree possible. Maybe like around Lift Your Skinny Fist. Like, they're just kind of up there, you know. Even with all this gloominess, darkness, and this uncomfortable atmosphere, it still has some sprinkles of hope, especially at the ending of the Dead Flag Blues. I mean, come on, the outro is just incredible. Starts off with the most uncomfortable, most apocalyptic, most gloomy, most depressing spoken word ever, and ends on the most almost childlike ending with these like beautiful bell sounds. I forgot, was it glockenspiel or something, but it's fantastic. And East Hastings being over at the deep end of the gloominess, it's just way darker, punchier, and the crescendo, that part, it's just fantastic. It's darker, and I think it's a great contrast to the Dead Flag Blues, which ends on such a happy note. And Providence gets overlooked a lot, but like, I think it might be the best song on here. I don't know, it has its moments of silence a lot, but when it gets good, it really gets good, especially in the movement Kicking Horse on Broken Hill, which, come on, when you listen to it, you wouldn't say it's not the best thing you've heard of all time. Like, come on, one of the best post-rock movements that I've ever heard. It is fantastic, and it's so short, which is kind of upsetting, and it's just fantastic. I play that a lot. It's really good, and Providence uses spoken word even better than Dead Flag Blues and East Hastings. Now, Dead Flag Blues is way too iconic, but it does its spoken word and samples really well. Like, come on, the Where Are You Going part, the Gathering Storm part, those are just way too good to be left out. And I think it's the best ending to this album. I mean, the ending part is just epic, and overall this album is just so gloomy and apocalyptic, yet so epic, and sprinkles of hope are still present in. Okay, yeah, that's it. I wish this album had a digipack. I don't know why the rest of the albums have digipack pressings, but this one doesn't. That kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is anyway. Okay, here's my rating on Album of the Year. As usual, you can check out my full review on Album of the Year. Some of them would be really outdated, so maybe that one is too, but like, yeah, you can check it out if you like. Oh yeah, my favorite song on here has to be either East Hastings or Providence. Either one of those two, I don't know, I can't pick. Yeah, okay, next one.
We're in heaven.
Okay, who could have guessed? You already know what's at the number 1 spot. Super predictable, but there's a reason why it's always in the number 1 spot of Godspeed Your Black Emperor albums ranked, or 2000s albums ranked, or post-rock albums ranked, etc, etc. It's Lift Your Skinny Fist and Turn Us to Heaven. Come on, there's a good reason why it's always at the top of most of these lists, because of how amazing it is. It's a very hard to hate album. A 1 hour and 27 beast of an album, and it's only their sophomore record. It's the switch up from the gloominess, the emptiness, and the pure uneasiness of F sharp to this equally gloomy, equally uneasy and uncomfortable, yet it's triumphant, it's epic, it's cathartic, it's melancholy, it's bittersweet, and it's so hopeful compared to F sharp. One of the reasons why it's so good is how unpredictable this album is. Sometimes they would be ascending, but the climax never comes, and they just keep on going with a slow pacing until it actually comes. Or some random spoken word dialogue that comes out of nowhere. Are a few examples. Having only 4 tracks and being 1 hour and 27 minutes, it has some of Godspeed Your Black Emperor's best songs of all time and some of their best movements. Storm and Sleep being probably the best songs on this album, along with Static. Static is like a really underrated hidden gem. Storm being the opener, starting off with probably the best 6 minutes in any post-rock album or any album of all time. This larger-than-life, cathartic, hopeful piece that perfectly opens the album up and then slowly dives into disturbing chaos as it progresses, continuing with uneasy rapid drum movements and then ending off with just really depressing piano, yet it's hopeful in a way. And then the follow-up to that is Static, which is more disturbing and it's more chaotic. Then once it slowly sprawls into a chaotic, insane piece that keeps going on and on forever, like a raging apocalypse. And that's the closer for side A, and what opens for side B is Sleep, aka the main highlight of the album, a bittersweet, melancholic, nostalgic sounding track that, you know, just shines hope on this album, and it's probably one of the best songs of the 2000s. Like, come on, it's amazing. And the final track to end off the album is Light and Turns to Heaven, the most underrated one and the shortest one. What has been said about this album that hasn't been said already? It's incredible, and there is no way to describe how incredible it really is. Favorite song on here gotta be Sleep. Here's my rating. You can check out my Album of the Year review on Album of the Year. It might be outdated though, because, you know, I don't really update my reviews, but I highly recommend checking these Album of the Year reviews for Lift Your Skinny Fist and Turn Us to Heaven, because they're very well written. And yeah, I'm so glad I'm done with this video. I'm like, this took forever. Okay, bye, I'll see you on the other side. Hey, you made it to the end. Thanks for watching, by the way. Sorry if this video took so long to make. 2 months. Well, I guess most of it was because I was slacking off, so there's that. From now on, I promise I won't make a video that will take this long to make. Hopefully I can make some videos that would be around 5 to 9 minutes, something easier to digest. And if you have watched to the end of the video, just the whole thing, just thank you. Like, this video is just testing your patience. There's like minimal editing and everything, but thanks. Oh yeah, here's all the fan art by my friends. Pretty cool fan art, really awesome, from 2023 until now, all done really well. And yeah, here's some fan art that's done by people in my Discord server that I don't know in real life, which is actually really cool. He made this cool animation, so shout out to you. So commenter of the day would have to go with this guy, and commenter on my SoundCloud of the day has to be my friend Hayam Kai. Shout out to you. ZCK Community Discord member of the day has to be this guy. Shout out to you, man. Just thanks for joining the Discord server. That's awesome. Album of the year follower of the day, this guy. Shout out to you, man. You're awesome. Is that all my socials? I guess I got Instagram, but no one really comments. Oh well, I guess that's everything, you know? Got everything done. Yeah, see you next time. Bye bye. There's nothing at the end, trust me. Oh man, finally it's done. Well, that took forever. Finally I can put it out. Oh man, that feels good. Dude,